Question of the Week from the Naked Scientists.
Hello, I'm Hannah Critchlow and welcome to Question of the Week from the Naked Scientists. This week, we dig into our pasts.
Hello, Naked Scientists. My name is Ras. I'm an archaeologist and I live in Belgium. And I was just wondering what the chances, percentage-wise, of me being a relative to someone living in this area in Belgium, 2000 BC.
So how closely could Raz be related to a Bronze Age Belgium-based skeleton? We turn to Mark Thomas, Professor of Evolutionary Genetics at University College London.
If this person had any descendants, and if his line didn't go extinct, then it's an almost 100% probability.
Really? I was shocked the probability was so high. So Mark took me through the maths.
As you go back through time, you almost double the number of ancestors in every generation. So you've got 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents, and so on. So if we're going back that number of years, do a quick calculation. We've got 4,000 years. Let us assume the average generation time is around 25 years. So that means that that's 160 generations ago. So if you theoretically doubled the number of ancestors, then according to that, anybody should have that many generations ago, 1.46 with 48 zeros, potential ancestors. Of course, in reality, that's impossible because there weren't that many people in the world then, and there aren't that many people in the world now or anywhere near. But what this does tell you is that if you go back that far, then in fact, anybody who lived at that time, you are likely to be a descendant of that person.
So, to test this, if we did a DNA test, would Raz be carrying some of the Bronze Age skeleton's DNA? Apparently not.
So we can have ancestors from which we have inherited no DNA. Our DNA comes in chunks, and they do swap around. So, let's say I inherit a bit of DNA from my father. I may only pass on some of that to one of my daughters, but not another part of it, because they get scrambled up. But they only get scrambled up so much. Essentially, our whole genomes are made up of chunks. And if you look back in time, if you get to the point where you've got more ancestors than you've got chunks of DNA, then you can't have got those chunks of DNA from all those ancestors. So there will be ancestors from which you've inherited no DNA.
So if 4,000 years ago someone survived long enough to successfully reproduce, and their descendants also did the same, they are, in all probability, likely to be your ancestor, even though you may not share the same DNA. Mark adds that with these calculations in mind, plus historical migration, we're all also more likely than not to be descendants of Genghis Khan, the 14th century fearsome Mongolian warrior. And that's even if Genghis wasn't the prolific lover that some people speculate he was. Now, moving on to next week's question, Andrew wrote in with this.
Can dogs catch and transmit human viruses?
So, could you pass the flu onto your pooch? Could your dog then sneeze over your great-aunt Mildred? What do you think about that one? Let us know by posting on our Naked Scientists Facebook page. You can tweet at Naked Scientists, you can email studio@thenakedscientists.com, or you can join in the debate on our forum, which is at nakedscientists.com/forum.
The Naked Scientists Question of the Week, brought to you in association with the How to Wisman Foundation, supporting science and education from Alpha to Omega.